Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, good morning and thanks so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm back with Money Coach Dana Wolf. How are you?
I'm doing great this morning. Thank you. You?
I'm doing wonderful. Let's talk about debt.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
What is the debt snowball?
What is the debt snowball? Well, there's two ways that you can tackle your debt when you're trying to get out of debt. The one is called the avalanche, where you're starting with a big number here and you're dwindling down to where you have a small amount left, right? Just like the avalanche with the snow. The other one is called the debt snowball method. And what we're doing is just like a snowball, how we start with a little small snowball and we attack it, a small debt, and then when that debt is paid, we're going to take that snow and we're going to add it to the other snowball and it gets a little bit bigger, right? So what the debt snowball does is it gives you momentum. It keeps you going. If you've ever had the desire to run a 15K, yes? No?
No, I have not.
No, you have not. Okay, so if you want to
Personally,
run,
no.
okay, so if you want to run a 15K, you can't get up in the morning, put on your sneakers, and go for a 9.3 mile run, can you?
You would pass out.
Exactly. So you have to start small. So you start small with that 5K, 10K, 15K. The same is true with the debt snowball method. We're going to start with our smallest debt first and get rid of that. So we're going to pay all the minimums on any other debt that we have, regardless of the interest rate. And then we're going to take everything that we got and we're going to throw it at that small debt. And when that small debt is gone, we're going to take that same amount of money and then we're going to apply it to the rest of the debt. So the money that we're putting on our debt gets bigger and bigger and bigger, just like a snowball.
I love that.
Thank you.
And you were saying this is an extremely effective method that you've seen work time and time again.
It does, because you have that momentum, because you have those quick wins of getting rid of, maybe it's just a $50 bill that you have at a doctor's office, or maybe it's a $100 credit card bill, right? And speaking of medical bills, do not be afraid to negotiate, okay? They've already been paid by your health insurance and then you have that deductible or you have a copay. A lot of hospitals and doctors will negotiate with you so that you can get out of debt quicker if you're willing to pay up front the full amount. So if you can, get on the phone with them, the medical bills especially, and just say to them, look, I can pay you X if you're willing to forgive the rest.
Gotcha. Well, I just want to ask you too, how does it feel whenever you're able to help people get out of debt? I mean, that's got to be pretty rewarding.
It is. You know, it's stressful, and people need to know that there's hope out there. They need to know that they have someone that can encourage them. If they need an accountability partner, they can show them the way, and they can tell them, you know what, it's not too late. You can start right now, today, to reach your goals.
So obviously when people are in debt, you might only have certain revenue streams and you have a finite amount of money currently to help pay off that debt. What do you recommend to them?
Well, the first thing is to take a look at your monthly expenses. We want to know what can we cut, what can we add to the household as well. So can we cut things and reduce our budget? Can we add more money? Is there stuff that we can sell that's laying around the house that I can put on Marketplace? Maybe if the desire is great enough, the intensity that you want to put into this to get the debt done, maybe it means picking up a side job. Uber, Instacart, something along that line. Maybe it is picking up a babysitting job. If you have a hobby that you enjoy doing, if you like to bake, I love food and I love cooking, you know, so maybe I'm going to start doing side business as a baker.
Cake decorating.
An
Etsy shop.
There you go.
Jewelry.
It could be anything. It could be something like sewing. You know, if you like to sew, if you like to knit, crochet, it doesn't matter what it is. If there's something that you have in your life that you enjoy doing, let's find a way to make money doing that.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? When did you start painting? The whole story.
I have lived in Robeson County my whole life, and I credit my mother for my painting interest because she used to buy me paint by numbers. That's how I got started, believe it or not. It was Dr. Seuss paper dolls and paint by numbers, and that's how my art was started, and that's I never stopped.
Yeah. And where would you think you draw the most inspiration?
Oh, creation. God's world is so beautiful, and He inspires me. So
Yeah, I can see you use a lot of I'm not a painter myself, so I probably don't even know the right verbiage for this, but you paint a lot of light. You can definitely see, working with light in your paintings, and I think it's so cool.
I love that. The painting light is my favorite thing. So I don't always get it, but I try. But I have lots of inspiration here at home. I live on a pond, and we have ducks and birds and the whole thing, the whole farm thing. So I'm pretty inspired here at home.
What kind of painting do you do? I know it's not watercolor, right? What do you use?
I would love to learn watercolor and plan to, but I am not good at watercolor, and I use oils, acrylics, pen and ink a lot, some colored pencil, mostly oils. The ones I've sold have almost exclusively been oils.
Very cool. Was there a moment after you've been painting for some time where you thought, wow, okay, maybe I'm pretty good at this. This could, this could be a thing for me?
Yes, but I always am very critical. I'm never satisfied. But at the same time, it's such a joy to do that it keeps me going anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, tell me where people can learn more about your art and purchase your art. There's a show coming up, right?
Several.
Wow.
In Robeson County is a great place for art right now because there are lots of wonderful galleries that are very busy. The Robeson Art Guild, I won first place at that show there that's still open. And Robeson County Arts Council is a wonderful place, very active. Inner Peace Gallery in Lumberton with Melvin Morris. Red Springs Art Space with Jeff and Irina Geller. All those places have shows coming up, and I try to participate in all of those. But I guess my heart is with the Carolinas Art Guild in Dillon. We have a fundraiser every year. It's Pause for the Arts, and it's a Humane Society of Dillon County fundraiser. And artists can sell their work there. So maybe we'll have that again in September, hopefully. I've sold several pieces there. I have really good luck there, and it's a good time.
That is awesome. Was there anything else that you want to mention about your painting or art or, yourself in general that you think people should know?
The most exciting thing that I've done in a long time was illustrate a book for my sister. She's a wonderful writer, and she wrote a book called Bunnies, Birds, and Puppy Tales. I have a copy always by my side. She wrote the book, I illustrated it, and we've had such fun with it. And those can be purchased on Amazon or through me mostly if you want a signed copy by her.
So cool. So definitely check it out. What was the title and the author for Amazon?
Bunnies, Birds, and Puppy Tales, and her name is Teresa Watts. It was very special, and she's written lots of things, but that's the first one she's published, so I'm excited to work on another one.
Well, good stuff. I appreciate you sitting down to talk with me.
I appreciate your asking me.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Quality Life. Hey guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I'm back at Quality Life and I'm joined by Teresa. We're talking about a program that you guys do to help get people into homes who may not have one.
Yes.
Tell me all about it.
Yes. Well, we have a program called the Maryland Care Housing, in which it does connect with the resource as well. It's transitional home to be able to provide them with a safe place. Especially now, it's getting colder, and usually when people are down on their luck, losing a job, for seniors, anyone who may need a place to stay. We provide service, for the transitional homes, especially independent living. Which we did have another young lady that she was 6 months pregnant. She lost a job and got into an accident, and we provide her a place to stay because she lost her home and everything. So she came and she stayed with us for 6 months until she was able to get back, and she had the baby too.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
she
say.
had the baby there as well. So we provide her with that, with clothing, different resources, to help her out and the baby until she got back on her foot. And now she's doing great.
I think what you guys do is just incredible. I know you're doing so much good in the community, and I know that our viewers probably want to learn about all the different resources you have here at the Resource Center and about your home care agency as well.
Yes.
Where can they go to learn more information?
With the home care agency, it's located 221 West Main Street in Lake City. The phone number is 843-374-0490. We are on Facebook at Quality Life Home Care Agency.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Quality Life. Okay, well today I'm back in the garden with Frank Johnson here at WBTW. Thank you so much for teaching me all of your wisdom.
All right, I do what I can.
Thank you so much. Okay, look at my prop. We've got a watering can today.
Yes, it's more than a prop, there's water in there.
There is, there's actually water in here. So what are some things that people need to know when it comes to watering their garden?
Oh, okay, plants need water.
Yes, they do.
They need sunshine, they need soil, and they need water. It's one of the three things. They also need fertilizer and food, but water is very important, especially on days where we get a lot of sunshine and it hasn't rained in a while. And so it's a little more than just picking up the hose and watering the garden. That's important as well, but when you're preparing your garden, you have to think ahead as to how you're going to water it.
Yeah.
And develop a good, healthy soil type. Gardens need to have good drainage, so that when you water it, or if it rains a lot, that water doesn't just stay there.
Like,
It's
nasty.
You need it to move on. You need the plants to get their drink, and then the water to move on. And we do container gardening here at News 13. So we've got proper drainage. You can't water containers too much as long as there's drainage. If it's a container that has holes in the bottom, the extra water is just going to go right out. These containers, if I water it too much, the extra water just goes out.
Yeah.
But if you have a garden in the ground, when you're building the garden, you want to, is it in the proper spot? If it's in the low part of your yard, know that you're going to get water that accumulates there, and you may need to just use plants that drink up a lot of water. But for vegetable gardening, that low spot that accumulates a lot of water is probably not the best spot for a garden. You want an area that's going to drain out nicely, so that when you do water it, the water doesn't just stay. And really, your basic everyday watering, you soak the soil. It's more than just, getting the ground wet.
A little drink.
Yeah, you want it to soak into the ground a couple of inches.
A nice guzzle rather than a sip.
Exactly.
You will. So you can't just go,
there
you go.
It needs more than that.
Yeah.
It needs more than that. And timing is also very important as well. A lot of plants are sensitive if their leaves get wet and stay wet, they'll develop a lot of mildew or mold or diseases.
Yeah.
So the best time to water is first thing in the morning.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
You've been here since 1966?
Yes.
How'd you get into hair?
Well, I was in Georgetown, and they had a young lady that was working on King Street that was a barber. And I used to admire her because during the day, she used to wear white uniforms, and they had the white jackets and the white pants and, you know, shoes. And she was so immaculately dressed, you know. Fast forward, because at the time, Mr. Thomas, which is my husband, Jerome W. Thomas, he needed a barber here on Myrtle Beach. So he had a nephew that lived in Georgetown. So he asked me to cut his hair and send him back over, and he would see whether, you know, I was capable of cutting. So when he got back, he told me to come right away because the young lady that was in here that was working, she met a man on the base, Air Force Base, and they got married and they were leaving. So he needed a new lady barber. And that's how I really got here, Myrtle Beach.
You just kind of got thrown into it, huh?
Yes, well, I mean, it was nice. It's nice, and through the years, we had oozes of people from the Air Force Base because the Air Force Base was here. The beach itself was that we couldn't go over. At that time, we could not go over on the waterfront, but we could, you know, be here on Carver Street, in which these are called, and they still do, but it's a Booker T. Washington area, but it was called a hill at that particular time. And all the businesses, we had quite a few businesses. Everybody had a business just about on this street. And we had pool rooms, we had eating place, the patio casino. They had a beauty shop down there, they had taxi cab. The people would come in from Georgetown on Wednesdays and Sundays. And the people here, it was just like New York. The lights never went out. They had people all night and all day. It was crowded all day. People would come and go. And at that particular time, we were working 12 hours in the barbershop, from 9 to 9 in the barbershop. And we would have people lined up all around to get haircuts. Yes. It was real busy back then, and it was nonstop. You would just love to stay on the hill back there during the day, because every day it was somebody different, and there were lots of people that you see every day, and we had a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm 77.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'll be 78 Valentine's Day.
You're still going strong.
Well, that's my age. I'm old enough to be somebody's mother in here. Yeah, I'm hoping to be here a little bit longer, not much longer, a little bit longer. Eventually, I'm hoping to have probably more barbers in here. Mr. Tuck and I, we're here, and my daughter, she comes in.
Okay.
Yeah, on certain days, she have appointments. We don't do appointments.
Okay.
We just do walk-ins. My daughter, she does appointments.
Okay. So where can people find you?
1403 Carver Street, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 29577. Telephone number is 843-048-8283. Call at any time.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.